In this video, we will go on a virtual journey through the most beautiful cities of Ukraine to the city of Kaniv, the spiritual capital of Ukraine. This picturesque Ukrainian city rises majestically on the banks of the Dnieper River in the Cherkasy region of Ukraine. To get to this ancient town, from the left bank of the Dnieper River, you have to drive across the river by the Kaniv hydroelectric dam, hydroelectric power station. The Kaniv hydroelectric power station is the second stage of a cascade of hydroelectric power stations on the territory of Ukraine. Its construction began in 1964 and ended in 1972. Kaniv HPP became an impetus for the development of the city of Kaniv as a modern city with a comfortable infrastructure. This building significantly changed the landscape not only of Kaniv, but also of the Dnieper Valley. As a result of the construction of the Kaniv Reservoir, 20 villages were flooded. Residents of the flooded villages and the outskirts of Kaniv were relocated to a safe area, but one of the most fertile soils in the world ended up under the Dnieper waters. Our journey through Kaniv starts in the historic center of the city, where the main attractions of the city are located. Exploring the streets of the town is like traveling back in time, discovering both its past and present. Modern Kaniv is a place of incredible diversity, in which the noise and bustle of the streets is wonderfully intertwined with the ancient sites and modern buildings. The name Kaniv has Tatar roots and can mean place of blood or house of the Khan. Since the times of Kiev Rus, Kaniv has been a frontier fortress, an outpost on the border of the Kiev lands with the steppe. In ancient times, this border passed along the Ros River, about 10 kilometers south of Kaniv. In the middle of the X-th century, Kaniv was a big town and played a prominent role in the life of Kiev Rus. The route from the Varangians to the Greeks, which was an important artery of the ancient state, passed through Kaniv. In 1240, Kaniv was devastated by the Mongol Tatar hordes, led by Badii Khan. In 1320 the town was conquered by the Lithuanian Prince Gediminas, and Kaniv came under the authority of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. In 1600 the town was given Magdeburg law, and 30 years later, in 1630, Kaniv was burnt down by Crimean Tatars. The main architectural attraction of Kaniv is the St. George's Cathedral. This Orthodox church is located in the historic center of the town and belongs to pre-Mongolian architecture. The Cathedral of St. George was built in 1144 by Vsevolod II of Kiev, the Grand Prince of Kiev. In 1678, Tatars and Turks surrounded the cathedral with firewood and straw and set fire to the shrine. The inhabitants of Kaniv hid in the temple. Those people who escaped from the burning temple, were brutally tortured and then executed. According to legend, in the ruins of the cathedral remained piles of dead burnt bodies. But the body of the abbot, Saint Macarius, was never found. The relics of the abbot of the temple were considered miraculous. According to legend, they could heal the sick and infirm. There is now a monument to Saint Macarius next to the cathedral. This old building is also another architectural landmark of Kaniv. This building houses the city's Museum of Folk Decorative Arts. Near the cathedral, you'll find the city's Central Park. Here, visitors and locals alike enjoy strolling through the park's autumnal alleys. The park sits on a high hill overlooking the wide Dnieper River. The picturesque landscapes of the Dnieper Valley are adorned by high green hills and giant ravines. Such beautiful scenery attracts travelers from Ukraine and Europe. And the high mountain, 2 kilometers from the city, is a tourist Mecca for many Ukrainians. This place is called Tarasova Mountain, and it is one of the main spiritual centers of Ukraine. This is the National Shevchenko Reserve. The grave of the great Ukrainian poet Taras Shevchenko is located in this place, reburied afterwards. The great poet died in St. Petersburg and was buried there. But due to numerous popular requests, the Tsarist authorities allowed him to be reburied in Ukraine, in the place where he had bequeathed to do so. The coffin was first brought to Kiev and then transported by ship along the Dnieper to Kaniv. There is a museum next to Taras Shevchenko's grave. At the foot of Taras Mountain, there is a wooden church, the Church of the Blessed Virgin Mary. It is a 16th-century church that was rebuilt after it was looted and burned by the Tatars. There is a Cossack memorial near the church. In 2007, sculptors from all over Ukraine came to the All-Ukrainian Sculpture Symposium and decided to create Shevchenko Alley in this place. There are 19 sculptures, made of sandstone and limestone, dedicated to the characters of the great poet Taras Shevchenko. Today, Kaniv is home to almost 27,000 inhabitants. The architecture of Kaniv consists of buildings from the Khrushchev period and the Brezhnev's high-rise buildings. There are also modern buildings in the town. We take a walk through the streets of modern Kaniv and immerse ourselves in its special quiet atmosphere and provincial rhythm of life. The architecture of the past and present creates a special stunning visual effect for all who travel through the streets of the city. Kaniv also has twin towns such as Viersen in Germany, Sonoma in California, United States of America, and Lambersart in France. Studying the architecture of Kaniv gives you a better understanding of its history and a feel for the life of the local townsfolk.